Bank manager tore up a single dad's $10 million check, then her boss said, "Sir." The line at Harrington and Company. Bank stretched past the velvet ropes and curled toward the marble columns. It was Friday afternoon, the kind that turned patience brittle. Phones buzzed, pens clicked. Somewhere, a printer jammed and whined like it had been personally offended. Evan Cole stood near the end of the line, one hand gripping a manila envelope, the other steadying his 6-year-old daughter, Lucy, who leaned against his leg with a coloring book balanced on her knee. Her sneakers blinked red when she kicked them together, the only bright thing about the day. Evan wore a faded jacket and a pair of boots with a cracked seam. He looked like someone who counted coins before buying milk. Which, in fairness, he often did. When he reached the counter, the bank manager looked up from her screen with a practiced smile that dimmed as her eyes flicked from his boots to his jacket and finally to the envelope. "Next," she said, already tired of him. Evan cleared his throat. "I need to deposit a check." The manager, her nameplate read Marjorie Klein, branch manager, extended a hand without looking. "ID." He slid his driver's license across. Lucy tugged his sleeve. "Daddy, are we going to be late for dinner?" "Not long," he whispered, forcing a smile. Marjorie scanned the ID, then the check. Her eyebrow twitched. She picked it up, turned it once, twice, then laughed, a sharp, incredulous sound. "This isn't funny," she said. Evan blinked. "I didn't mean it to be." She leaned back, tapping the check against the desk. $10 million, she read aloud. "From North Shore Holdings. You expect me to believe this is real?" "Yes," Evan said quietly. Marjorie's smile hardened. "Sir, people try this all the time. Fake checks, scams. You think because you bring a child it makes it more convincing?" Lucy looked up, confused. "Daddy," Evan felt heat creep up his neck. "It's not fake. You can call the issuer. The routing number." Marjorie didn't let him finish. She tore the check cleanly in half. The sound cut through the bank like a gunshot. Gasps rippled from the line. Lucy's eyes widened, filling fast. "Daddy," she broke it. Evan stared at the pieces on the counter. For a moment, he couldn't breathe. "Security," Marjorie said, reaching for her phone. "Escort this man out. Attempted fraud." Evan's voice came out steadier than he felt. "That check was legitimate," she scoffed, "and I'm the Queen of England." Before security could arrive, a shadow fell across the counter. A tall man in a tailored gray suit stood there, silver hair combed back, eyes sharp with interest. "What's going on?" he asked. Marjorie straightened instantly. "Mr. Harrington, I was just handling a situation." The man's gaze shifted to Evan, then to Lucy, then to the torn check. He picked up one half, studied it, then the other. His expression didn't change, but something in the room did, like air before a storm. "Sir," he said to Evan. Marjorie froze. Evan swallowed. "Yes, Mr. Harrington turned to the manager. "Why is this check torn?" She laughed nervously. "Because it's obviously fake. This man thought he could walk in here and deposit $10 million. Mr. Harrington's eyes narrowed. "Did you verify it?" "I didn't need to," she snapped. "Look at him." Silence fell. Even the printer stopped whining. Mr. Harrington set the check halves down carefully, as if they were fragile. "Ms. Klein," he said softly, "North Shore Holdings is one of our largest institutional clients." Her smile faltered. "And Evan Cole," he continued, extending a hand, "is the founder of Cole Maritime Technologies." Evan shook his hand, still stunned. Lucy peeked around his leg. Marjorie's face drained of color. I don't understand." Mr. Harrington turned his phone so she could see the screen. Headlines scrolled past. Local startup sells for $120 million. Single father builds revolutionary shipping software. That check, Mr. Harrington said, was his initial liquidity distribution. Marjorie's mouth opened, then closed. Evan finally spoke. "I came here because this branch is close to Lucy's school. That's all." Mr. Harrington nodded. "Of course." Marjorie reached for the check halves with trembling fingers. "I'm so sorry. I can tape it." "No, Mr. Harrington said. "You can explain. To him, to the board." Her knees buckled slightly. Mr. Harrington gestured toward his office. "Mr. Cole, would you and your daughter join me? We'll have a replacement check issued immediately. And I believe an apology is in order." Lucy looked up at Evan. "Daddy, are you rich?" Evan smiled, a little sadly. "We're okay." Inside the office, leather chairs swallowed them. A private banker appeared with juice for Lucy and coffee for Evan. Mr. Harrington handled the call himself. Within minutes, confirmation came through. A wire transfer was arranged. Outside, Marjorie stood rigid, eyes fixed on the glass wall, watching. "I built the company after Lucy's mom passed," Evan said quietly, more to himself than anyone. "Nights, weekends, I wore this jacket to meetings because I didn't have time to shop." Mr. Harrington nodded. Success doesn't always dress the way people expect. An hour later, Evan and Lucy walked out with a folder of documents and an escort to the door. As they passed the counter, Marjorie lowered her eyes. "I'm sorry," she whispered. Evan paused. "I believe you." Mr. Harrington's voice carried across the lobby. "Ms. Klein, pack your desk." Heads turned, whispers flared. Outside, sunlight hit the pavement, warm and real. Lucy squeezed Evan's hand. "She was mean. She was wrong," he said. "There's a difference." As they walked away, Evan felt lighter, not because of the money, but because, for once, the world had corrected itself in public. Not with anger or revenge, but with a simple word that changed everything. "Sir."